In the next few minutes, I would be discussing the kinked demand curve of an oligopoly market, as has been depicted here. Now, when you look here, this is the x-axis along which the quantity of the commodity demanded is marked, and along the y-axis is the price of the commodity. Now, this curve is the average revenue curve or the demand curve of the oligopoly market. This curve is the marginal revenue curve. These are the marginal cost curves. Now, looking at the average revenue curve, you can make out a kink here. The upper portion of the average revenue curve indicates elastic demand. When I say elastic demand, for a small drop in price, there is large increase in demand. And the lower portion of the demand curve is inelastic. When I say inelastic, for even a large amount of price drop, the increase in demand is very less. See, this is the feature. Now, there is a principle of price rigidity to which all firms in the oligopoly market conform to. An oligopoly market in the first place is what? Is a market in which very few firms are there with which who compete with one another with differentiated products, isn't it? Now, they are all expected to function from this point of equilibrium in the kinked demand curve. Now, let us say one firm wants to increase its revenue, and so let's say it increases its price, it goes up like this. Then what happens? The corresponding demand is dropping. See, the demand from Q1, it drops down to, let us say, Q2. From 100 items, it will go to 50 items for a price rise from 50 rupees to, let us say, 70 rupees. 50 rupees to 70 rupees, it will go from 100 to 50. The demand will drop. Why? Because there are rival firms who are willing to supply the commodity, same commodity, 100 quantities at a price of 50 as of earlier. So that doesn't work. Now, what the company says, it will try to lower the price from 50 to, let us say, drop to 30. But what is the corresponding increase in demand from the demand from 100? It hardly goes up to 110 numbers. So it is not worth it. That revenue which it is earning is not worth the drop in price which it has done. And in the meantime, the other competing firms are at the same old price of 50 rupees and amassing corresponding revenue, isn't it? So in both cases, this company which tries to move away from the equilibrium position is losing out. So this is the nature of an oligopoly market, and that is the principle of the kinked demand curve.